nestled forest, where silence learns to breathe. We do not conquer the world. We listen. And we become.
Let each disciplined gesture be a step towards inner harmony and a mirror reflecting your deepest intentions. For it is not the art alone that changes you, but the wisdom you draw from it into every facet of your existence.
Long ago, after earning my black belt in karate as the youngest black belt in France, my path crossed that of remarkable masters, William Schneider and Shigeru Igami. Through them, I was invited into a Shaolin Monastery hidden in the Highlands of Inverness, Scotland. I settled there for a long time, training, studying, and surrendering myself completely to the discipline until it reshaped me from the inside out. When the time finally came to leave, my masters told me, "You will not return to the same world because you are no longer the same person. The world has changed because you have changed. Your destiny is no longer the one you came with. From now on, everything becomes possible. Let us step together into the inner life of the Shaolin Monastery." A fresh wind sweeps across the Scottish Highlands, rustling the tall grasses lining a stone path that leads to the Shaolin Temple of 1,000 Lights. Nestled deep in the mountains of Inverness, this sanctuary is accompanied by the distant hum of bagpipes and the piercing cry of a falcon. The scene unfolds in the temple's grand hall. The crackling of a fire animates the shadows of the massive beams, and a nearly tangible serenity fills the air. Alain, a young student with eyes brimming with curiosity, stands before Mike, his master. Mike exudes a calm but imposing presence, his deep gaze seemingly seeing beyond appearances. Mike begins his lesson in a measured voice.
Do you see, Alain? The essence of this temple lies in understanding the qi, the vital energy that animates every living being. To illustrate this, we use the work of a French researcher, Monsieur Bovis, who created a system to measure this energy, the Bovis units.
The fire crackles softly, punctuating his words. Mike straightens slightly.
A human being living an ordinary life, commuting, working and sleeping, typically measures around 5,000 Bovis units. It's enough to work, eat, and maintain some stability, but it drastically limits their perception of the world. What they see, feel, and understand remains confined to a narrow reality.
Alain furrows his brow, intrigued.
Master, what does that mean in practical terms? What does someone with such a low level perceive?
Mike smiles faintly.
Imagine a barely inflated balloon. It contains very little air, and its surface is small. That's all this person can perceive of life, a small surface of reality. But as their qi level increases, the balloon inflates. Its surface expands, revealing new horizons and dimensions.
A distant bagpipe plays a melancholic melody, accompanied by the rustling of trees in the wind. Mike steps closer to his young student, his gaze intense.
At 10,000 Bovis units, a martial arts practitioner begins to perceive the world differently. They sense the energy of others, grasp the subtleties of human interactions, and see beyond appearances. But that's not the limit. With intense practice and a harmonious lifestyle, avoiding pollutants like alcohol, tobacco, or an unbalanced diet, a human being can reach 20,000 or even 30,000 Bovis units. At this level, their perception of the world becomes mystical.
Alain's eyes widen.
20,000, 30,000. That's unimaginable. What happens at that level?
Mike responds with gravity, his voice imbued with wisdom.
At this stage, you no longer live solely in the physical world. You perceive realities that others cannot even conceive. Colors, sounds, and energies around you take on a new intensity. You feel a profound connection with the universe, as though you are an integral part of a greater whole. But this comes with responsibility, Alain.
The wind sweeps into the room, making the fire's flame dance and stirring a wind chime near the door. Mike pauses, letting his words sink into his student's mind. Mike continues with steady guidance.
Let me give you another image. Imagine a car. For a blind child, a car is limited to the 4 seats they know. They cannot perceive the exterior design, the complex mechanics, or even its environmental impact. Similarly, a person with a low Bovis level cannot understand the depth of the world. They are like that child, confined by their senses and energy.
A silence falls, broken only by the light tapping of branches against a window in the wind. Alain, deep in thought, hesitantly asks,
So, Master, how can I reach that level of perception?
Mike straightens, his face marked by a newfound intensity.
By practicing with discipline and sincerity. Qi Kung, Tai Chi Chuan, meditation, Kung Fu. These are not mere physical exercises. They are tools to elevate your energy, to purify your body and mind. The higher you ascend, the more conscious you become. But know this, Alain. Reaching these heights can leave you isolated. Few people will understand what you see or feel. It is a demanding yet magnificent path.
A smile spreads across Mike's face as he steps closer to Alain. He places a firm yet kind hand on his shoulder.
Here in this temple, you will no longer be Alain. That name belongs to your past. From now on, you will be Iji.
Alain, now Iji, lifts his head, a spark of emotion crossing his eyes.
Iji? What does that name mean?
Mike answers, his voice resonating with respect and certainty.
Iji means honor, chivalry, and also becoming. It reflects your path. You are destined to teach not merely through words, but by example. Welcome, Iji, to the Temple of 1,000 Lights.
The song of the bagpipes rises again in the highlands, accompanied by the whisper of the trees. Outside, a falcon soars through the air with grace, symbolizing the profound transformation beginning for the one now called Iji.
Every movement is a meditation, every breath a step toward understanding the flow of life force within. To master your inner energy is to harmonize body and spirit.
This is the way, this is the path.